Yeah, so we'll do like the beam effect, and then it'll show us like we're right here, like we just beamed in.
Yeah, okay, that should work.
Okay.
We are watching every piece of Star Trek media, and over the last year and a half, we have watched every episode of Star Trek the original series and Star Trek the animated series for the first time. And now, over 100 episodes of TV later, it's finally time. We are watching Star Trek the Motion Picture.
I haven't been this excited since we were about to start season 2 of Star Trek, or this excited since we were about to start season 3 of Star Trek, and now this is the most excited I've been. Probably with all those other times, with all the backlog and everything we've watched, everything building up to the first film, it's insane.
We are watching the 4K Director's Edition of the film because that's how most of our audience recommended it to us. And we want to watch the movie in its best format. So we are sticklers for release order, but not in the sense of like editions or, anything like that. We'll watch the most remastered edition, even though we're watching it in release order. So we're going to get started with Star Trek the Motion Picture right now.
This was 79, right? Is that the year?
Yep.
This is very 2001-esque. There's a scene in 2001: A Space Odyssey where the screen's just like basically black, where it feels like a minute. It's like where I thought like something was wrong with my
With the
DVD.
movie?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
That started the rival of Battlestar Galactica opening sequence in length there. All right.
I'm gonna say it's gonna person in a cloak walking down a busy street. Hood comes up. It's Leonard Nimoy. I think it'd be even better if it was shot from behind, so you see the ears first. You don't even see. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah. We only have a couple more minutes here. A fan predicting. All right, here we go.
What do you think that opening thing was with just the stars? What do you think that was?
I don't know.
Oh shit.
All right, into it. Are we going to open with the villains?
It's pretty much the formula for all like, especially like superhero movies. Always start off with the villain. That was good.
Ah!
Now I feel like this is what a Klingon ship would look like. Dark, gritty.
Mm-hmm.
Our sensor drone is intercepting this on quad L14.
That's within Klingon.
Oh, God.
borders. Who are
They just see the Klingon?
Or maybe this is like the Infinity War opening, having your new villain kill your old villain. You know what I mean? Like Thanos.
Oh, like these people they're introducing?
Yeah, Thanos killing Loki. It's like the Klingons were, enemies a lot.
Sir, it's on a precise heading for Earth.
Record scratch. Hey!
He has hair! A lot of hair!
Was there a Vulcan language?
I was going to say, it's so interesting everyone speaking, foreign languages.
Ik wil koos Rashiv Kito Gwilat, Ikandarai Keltwell, Ismus Maspoch.
So I think that was like basically a retirement thing, and then he's like, you have unfinished business, you can't. San Francisco? What?
Whoa!
Finally, like, current to them Earth, finally. You know what I mean? It's always like, we've been sent back to the 1960s.
Yeah, like we never saw a futuristic Earth.
Yeah, I think in TAS, yeah, they're in the...
Hey!
I love these new uniforms.
He looks good.
He does, yeah.
Commander Sonek, you received your appointment as Enterprise Science Officer?
Based, I am told, on your recommendation, Admiral.
This is crazy.
It is my intention to be on that ship following that meeting. Report to me in 1 hour.
Every Vulcan can do the eyebrow thing, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
A little bit updated transporter. Hey!
Oh!
Mustache!
Admiral,
Mr. Scott,
those departure orders, 12 hours, Starfleet can...
Admiral, huh?
18 months redesigning and refitting the Enterprise. How in the name of hell do they expect me to have it ready in 12 hours?
Take me over, please.
Come on, Scotty, you know how it goes.
We can't do it, sir.
The only starship in interception range is the Enterprise. Ready or not, she launches in 12 hours. They gave her back to me, Scotty.
Gave her back, sir? I doubt it was that easy with Nagura.
You're right.
Okay. Yeah, I like that new uniforms as well. I hope they didn't take all the color away though from everybody. Oh wow.
Oh, jeez, look at that.
And I just realized, we never really got much perspective of the Enterprise in the show because it's always just like out in space.
Yeah.
So you never had like someone up close to it or like anything like that to see the real scale of it.
Yeah, only in comparison to other ships, but never to like, people. I'm just wondering who was the captain.
That he took it from?
Yeah.
I think they said Captain Decker, which I wonder if that's a callback. Wasn't Commodore Decker the guy from the Doomsday Machine who went crazy? Dude, just imagine you're like a fan of the show when it's on TV and then seeing that in the theater.
Oh, the compare. Yeah, even then. I think they were really proud of.
Yeah, they were really proud of this.
I think I know where this 2 hours and 16-minute runtime.
But yeah, I'm liking it so far. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, it's fascinating to look at.
yeah, it's deserving here.
Bridge.
Ooh, the elevator.
Where's isn't there like the handle?
They don't need it anymore.
What's the next program?
Hey! Yes, we're going to do that for every character.
Hug.
I appreciate the welcome.
Oh, Chekhov too!
Oh, he didn't even fucking recognize him.
Admiral Kirk. Oh, we're getting a top brass send-off.
You're relieved.
I'm replacing you as captain of the Enterprise.
May I ask why?
My experience.
This is an almost totally new Enterprise. You don't know her a tenth as well as I do.
That's why you're staying aboard.
I remember when you recommended me for this command. You told me how envious you were and how much you hoped you'd find a way to get a Starship Command again. It looks like you found a way.
Yeah.
Man, I could even see a mutiny in this scenario. All the people on his side, as soon as things start so bad.
Transporter room, come in.
I hope here it is.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
A medium mutiny, the Amion left.
More signal.
They're losing their pattern.
Oh no.
Is that Janice? The hell?
Enterprise. What we got back didn't live long, fortunately.
Who was trying to come aboard?
Please express my condolences to their families. Commander Sonex can be reached through the Vulcan Embassy.
Oh, one of them was Sonak, the guy he just talked to.
God.
There was nothing you could have done, Rand.
Yeah, it's Janice!
What?
Yeah, that was her name, Janice Rand.
That's insane.
She moving up to the engineering. But she fucked up, I guess. No, not her fault.
We have to replace Commander Sonak. I'd still like a Vulcan there, if possible.
None available, Captain.
There is. Boy.
I'm afraid you're going to have to double as science officer.
I am wishing we had more color in these uniforms.
Yeah, it's like a weird movie thing, like even to this day, where it's like, oh, give me a movie? All right, everything's neutral.
Woo!
Bridge to Captain. Priority signal from Epsilon 9.
And I like how you can pick out the aliens.
Yeah.
We are under attack.
External view.
Wow, what an ominous shot that was.
This poor guy.
Yeah, get out of there! The Andorian?
Yeah.
Lieutenant Ilia, reporting for duty, sir.
Welcome aboard, Lieutenant.
Hello, Ilea.
Decker.
Oh boy.
My oath of celibacy is on record, Captain. May I assume my duties?
By all means.
She's like, don't worry, I'm not
What?
going to sleep with them. They clearly had a past.
Yeah.
Beam that officer up now.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
I like that they kept the original sound of the transporter.
Yeah, there's a lot of like new sounds, like the doors, but then like the bosun's whistle, and this. I forgot about Bones!
Oh my god!
I forgot about Bones! Oh!
Your revered Admiral Nagura invoked a little-known, seldom used reserve activation key.
Oh shit!
What a beard!
They drafted me.
They didn't.
This was your idea.
Bones is a thing out there.
Why is any object we don't understand always called a thing?
Damn it, Bones. I need you. Badly.
Dude, he looks like he was just chilling, man. He was loving life.
And they probably redesigned the whole sick bay, too. I know engineers, they love to change things.
I'm all for old, bitter
Oh my god.
Bones.
I just love that neither of us saw that coming at all.
It's like I was so wrapped up in the story, I forgot that we were missing one of them.
Yeah.
And like all the reveals so far have been like not reveals. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they've all been, oh, there's Spock. Oh, there's the other three. But what a great reveal! Like, oh, there's one person who's refusing to come aboard yet. Hell yes. I thought that was the same guy. Ah, I made it. Let me in. Can't do that. Been infected.
Hey, cleans up nice.
Engineering, stand by for warp drive.
Captain, we need further warp simulation on the flow sensors.
Engineer, we need warp speed now. You're pushing. Your people know their jobs.
Damn, already. That's why I needed him.
Oh!
Decker,
Oh, you're done.
get us back on impulse power. Full reverse.
What is that, a seatbelt?
Mr. Chekhov, stand by our phasers. No! Delay that phaser order!
Because he knows the ship. Come on.
Oh, that looks sweet.
I'd like to see you in my quarters.
Mind if I tag along, Captain?
You're gonna try to scold him for like what do you call it?
I'm hoping that he like doesn't scold and be like, "You're right. You're the captain of the ship. You know it. It's been updated a lot."
Why was my phaser order countermanded?
All right, maybe not.
When they went into antimatter imbalance, the phasers were automatically cut off.
And you acted properly, of course.
But
You saved the ship.
I'm aware of that, sir.
Oh God.
You haven't logged a single star hour in 2.5 years. In my opinion, sir, seriously jeopardizes this mission.
He does have a point.
son, have you ever made a computer blow up by talking to it?
Have you ever talked to God?
I'm sorry.
That you left Delta 4?
Ooh.
Or that you didn't even say goodbye?
Kirk's and the blonde woman. I prefer bald.
Yeah,
What do you think Spock's doing?
what the hell?
I figured most of this would be like slowly putting the crew together, but it seems like they had the whole thing done in like the first half hour, except for Spock.
But it's odd that they had that one scene of him at the beginning. Like, it's almost like if he hadn't been in it yet, I'd be less curious. But the
Yeah.
fact that they showed him first,
Mm-hmm.
very odd. Oh my god!
Permission to come aboard, sir.
What do you know?
Why?
Great reaction from Nichelle Nichols.
Finally, this is like the reactions I wanted to see, like for everyone. You know what I mean?
Does everyone like think of him as a legend?
Must be, yeah.
I offer my services as science officer. With all due respect, Commander.
He's lost 2 jobs.
And
Mr. Spock.
My friend.
Well, so help me, I'm
Oh! Oh. He has even less emotion.
I wonder if his time away has hardened him up again.
Yeah.
Because throughout the 3 years, we saw him loosen up a bit, but...
Welcome aboard.
Come on. Give us a smirk, Spock. Yeah, he doesn't want to be here.
But he also chose to go to the Enterprise with all the same crew, you know.
But maybe because he thinks that's where his unfinished business is.
Yeah.
It's like, well...
But isn't it also interesting how they're not on like a 5-year mission? Like this isn't like something that they got the crew together for another thing. It's like just this one objective. I'm surprised by that. Whoa.
Everyone changed to their short sleeve shirts?
Yeah, I like these.
Yeah.
Alien weapon is a form of plasma energy, Captain. Exact composition unknown.
All decks, brace for impact.
Oh!
Oh, good. Christine, it's Chekhov. Medic. I can stop his pain.
Hey, come on, let Chapel have her time to shine here.
Okay, Ray. Force healing him?
15 seconds.
Spock, transmit now.
The thing was already shot. You think they can stop it?
Yeah, get the message. Oh, I guess they can.
I gotta stop talking.
Yeah, dude, everything you're saying.
Moving into that cloud at this time is an unwarranted gamble.
How do you define unwarranted?
Get Bones up here.
Yeah. Jim, you're wrong.
Look what we can do!
Yeah. I also just want to point out during this time, the sound mixing on this is not good so far. I mean, every movie, like...
No vessel could generate a power field of this magnitude.
Yeah, I think for a 4K, you know, they'd balance out the audio and the music, but so far, no.
Yeah, like every movie sound will be louder than the dialogue, but this is like egregious.
You know, there's certain TVs that could like automatically fix it.
I don't believe it. I think that they have a setting that says it fixes it, but
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Any attempt to transmit out of the cloud is being reflected back.
Oh, they're trapped. Almost reminds me of like Independence Day a little bit, you know, when they like go up to the alien ship.
Yeah.
I always wonder how stuff like this is even designed. Like, how do you even like do this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and just building it like these miniatures, like if they are miniatures, look fantastic. Well, obviously it's can't be a full size.
It's a miniature to some extent.
Yeah.
Looks incredible. And again, the perspective, but now this time using the Enterprise as the
Yeah.
perspective
We
to make this look huge.
We got all those early perspective shots showing how big the Enterprise is, and then.
Well, shit.
Don't interfere with it. Absolutely, I will not interfere.
Get out! Get out of here!
Oh! Oh! I'm so curious how this effect looked in the original movie.
This is how I define unwarranted.
Oh, nice callback, dude.
Oh, good. That was good.
Chief DeFalco, take over Lieutenant Ilea's station.
Woo!
Yeah. All right, another character.
Holy shit.
This is crazy, dude. You can tell one of their main goals with it was like, we have to make the most impressive looking thing, which I mean, they succeeded. Looks awesome.
Looks great.
And it's like so impressive that I'm like genuinely curious. You know what I mean? Because it's like in the show when they'd come across stuff, it wasn't anything that looked that good.
You're ahead.
So it was like, oh, whatever, I don't
You're
really care
ahead,
about this thing. Oh, nice. Oh, no.
Intruder alert! Deck 5, Captain. Notice's quarters.
All we need is Kirk in this position.
Yeah.
You are the Kirk unit.
Oh, there you go.
You will assist me.
No, they possessed her.
Turn her into a computer?
I've been programmed by V'ger to observe and record.
Or like it's not even actually her, it's just like a rebuild.
Yeah. V'ger?
The computer was nice enough to give her a shirt.
Who is V'ger?
V'ger is that which programmed me.
Where is Lieutenant Ilea?
That unit no longer functions. To more readily communicate with the carbon-based units.
Carbon-based units? Humans, Ensign Perez. Us.
You know, a studio executive made him put that line in.
Yeah.
What does V'ger want with the Creator?
To join with him.
To join with the Creator.
So instead of red shirts, they have those guys with those stupid helmets.
Our only contact with our captor is that probe. If we can control it, persuade it, use it.
Oh, shit.
I have recorded enough here. You will now assist me further.
That actor is great.
When my examination is complete, all carbon units will be reduced to data patterns.
Way to just give away the whole game there. So we're gonna kill all of you after I'm done.
Like, hey, this is what we're doing, just letting you know.
Well, maybe like because they don't perceive anything, like they don't have morals.
Yeah.
So like they don't perceive anything wrong with it. So like why not tell, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Spock's being sneaky here.
Dude, wait. Oh, let's go! Dude, I would imagine being that actor. That's what you get to do. Like, hell yeah.
Who do you think they sent down?
Computer commence recording.
Oh, duh!
shit.
Spock just left. He just photoshopped them in there.
You know, I feel like he could have just asked that guy, and that guy probably would have been like, all right, whatever. Whoa!
Did it open?
Just a little crack. That's all he needs.
What? Is there a parachute? What?
Whole galaxies all stored here, recorded. It could be a representation of V'ger's entire journey.
So what is this thing? Just like a giant-ass computer collecting data throughout the universe?
Who's that? Now, who's going after him?
Not even any type of like, you know, scene of conversation in the ship of like, no, Kirk, you can't go. You know,
Yeah,
he's just out there.
Nah, he's just out there. Perfectly, goes right to him.
And the momentum of it flung him all the way back. You could tell that was just like a writing gap there. Like, that happens to Spock, and it's like, okay, so how do we get him back in the ship? Just have Kirk go down and get him.
It's asking questions. Is this all that I am? Is there nothing more?
Man, so it's like it's not even a villain.
Oh, no.
Is that Earth?
Yeah, there's 6 minutes from orbit, so that's gotta be it, right? And now it's gonna blow it up. Can't we tell this thing there is no creator?
Or just absorb it. I think that's what it does. It just absorbs everything as data.
Yeah. How do you think Earth's reacting to this? Because the cloud's probably directly above them, right?
Yeah,
Are
and
people freaking out?
And it's a futuristic Earth.
Mr. Scott, be prepared to execute Starfleet Order 2005.
At the self-destruct one?
We'll take the intruder with us.
Will we?
When that much matter and antimatter are brought together. Oh, yes.
Damn, Scotty, pretty sure of yourself. And I like how he doesn't really care about like the self-destruct. He's like, yeah, it is what it is.
He loves the self-destruct because he's a big part of it.
Mr. Spock, I think...
Oh. I've never seen that.
I weep for V'ger as I would for a brother. As I was when I came aboard, so is V'ger now. Logic and knowledge are not enough. Why am I here? What was I meant to be? V'ger hopes to touch its creator, find its answers.
the hell?
Wait, are they? What? They're on there. Oh my god.
I hope they're wearing those space belts.
It's fine. It's fine. Why did they change again? You put on every shirt but an original yellow, blue, or...
Yeah.
I think it's only fitting that the first Star Trek movie is the ultimate Kirk versus computer.
Yep. Fair enough.
For its final battle. Is that a satellite?
I think that's the thing they landed on the moon with.
We created V'ger.
V-G-E-R.
No. They're gonna wipe the dust. It's gonna be a full thing for something else. Ah!
It's a Voyager.
NASA. National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
Thank you.
This was launched more than 300 years ago.
Did I just...
Yeah. You predicted it. We made V'ger.
Learn all that is learnable. Return that information to its creator.
Which is Earth.
The creator must join with V'ger.
Oh, okay, so that's why this... You think he's gonna stay behind?
I want this. As much as you wanted the Enterprise, I want this.
Ooh, throw it back at him. They're just in shock.
Kirk's face.
That was kind of neat.
That was, yeah.
Did we just see the beginning of a new life form?
Yes, Captain. We witnessed a birth.
Well, it's been a long time since I delivered a baby.
Throw back to when he delivered the baby. Friday's Child.
Heading, sir?
Out there. That away.
Is that the equivalent of so-and-so will return, like at the end of...
Yeah, I think so, basically. It's like just getting started.
I think it was everything you could hope for and more. I loved it. So many movies where it's like, oh, you know, it's like the Member Berry movie, but this felt like a next step of what's gonna happen in their story. Like it didn't feel too fan servicey, if that's the right word. It felt like, okay, this is a new situation. Yes, people have moved on, some people haven't, and it was a very realistic way to get the crew together, in my opinion, while also establishing some new characters. Not too many new ones, but I liked the new captain that got demoted to Commander Decker. I like that guy a lot. And the actress that played Alia, is that how you say it? Yeah, her performance from her original self to the probe self at the end, her fighting back and forth. Off the bat, for me, yeah, I thought it was great. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was very good. I think I probably don't like it as much as what you're saying. I really enjoyed it. Definitely not, I was not disappointed with anything here, you know, big picture wise. Absolutely knowing nothing of what to expect, plot, who's in it, how much are they in it, what happens. Everything I was satisfied with. I'll start with the positive stuff I really liked. The visuals are amazing. We obviously complain a lot about pacing throughout the show, and some comments that I have seen have talked about the slow pace of this movie, but it didn't bother me because anytime that the pacing was slow, it was showing something very impressive looking, which, I mean, you couldn't really do in the show, to be fair, but it worked out. And the fact that we're watching the 4K remaster, does that help? Probably. But yeah, all the visuals, from the Enterprise to this, you know, V'ger and this whole machine planet universe thing was all great. Of course, there was a few wonky VFX shots that didn't all work, but overall, all that stuff was great. Also, technically, the score was great throughout the whole movie. Not to really be surprised by that, but I loved all of that, and I also thought it was extremely well shot, directed, cinematography, all of that was really good. So all the technical stuff I really loved, and then of course great performances from everyone. Nichelle Nichols gave, like, I think one of the best performances of the movie, and she didn't even do that much, but just every time they'd cut to her emotions or her, you know, facials of everything, like, she was just on point the whole time. Wish she did more. But everyone was great. And I also thought that, like, everyone was, like, a little bit older, but no one looked like out of place or like they shouldn't be there anymore. Like everyone looked like themselves, just a little bit older.
Like the redesigned Enterprise is cool. Like it's almost ridiculously how much advanced it looks after 10 years. But like the new guard uniforms, the new red shirts with the stupid helmets look terrible. All the colors are just super bleak. You know, it's like I needed more like pop. Like all the exterior shots of the Enterprise and all that stuff flying through space, you can tell like they were very inspired by all the shots in 2001: A Space Odyssey. Like, but yeah, like make yourself like it's Star Trek. I need that red, yellow, and blue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like what we're wearing.
Yeah,
here,
there's probably more of these, and they didn't even wear them. And at the end, like Kirk was wearing like that bleak blue one. It's like this. It just felt weird.
Yeah. I think, yeah, so jumping into the stuff I didn't care for, that's definitely one of them. I've never been a fan of that, of movies like, oh, we got to make it look higher budget and sleeker, so let's suck all the color out of everything. You know, that's one of the best parts of Star Trek, and it seems like something little, but I think it does go a long way of being so, like, colorful and vibrant. And I think that also bleeds into the plot of this movie. Like, the plot of the movie is about just exploring this computer, and it's like the Enterprise going on this journey into this machine and discovering everything. And while I was visually very impressed, the story for me overall was just very lacking. Not what I would necessarily want from a Star Trek story. Like, I'm thinking if I was watching an episode. To be fair, I think this was probably better than any Kirk vs. Computer Star Trek episode. The story of the movie.
Yeah, and sorry, but there was an episode where this exact thing happened, I think, where something was sent out, like something was lost in space, and it came in, and the aliens got it and built it, and like it became like a weapon.
Yeah, it just felt like, you know, there's more movies, so I'm trying to keep that in mind of like, it's not like we're watching this just came out, we don't know what's going to come, or a Firefly situation where it's the only movie. Like, there are more movies we're going to watch, so we'll see what happens. But in this one, there just wasn't much here for, like, character moments or dynamics between the characters. We got a little bit with the big three. There wasn't just a ton there because it's just all sucked up by this plot of this computer, and a very large chunk of the movie is spent just on the bridge. And while I appreciate how good the bridge looked and all the stuff that happened in the bridge was actually very interesting, I just, you know, we didn't really necessarily beam down to any cool planets or locations or have anything wild go on or have any type of... There was no combat in this movie. There was no fighting. There was no, you know, there was no, like, Kirk getting, like, over the top, like, oh, we gotta do this, you know. It was all just very kind of subdued and just much more, you know, trying to take, like, this kind of thinky, kind of like sophisticated story, which I actually appreciated. Like, it is not something I disliked at all. I just, like, I hope in the future movies that we're gonna watch here shortly that we get a little bit more of that stuff that was lacking here, because I appreciated all of this, but I felt there's more out there to do, which is why, I mean, they clearly right there at the end of the movie hint, you know, it's just beginning. But overall, I did really enjoy it. I in no way am disappointed by this movie. It's definitely a movie that I will, you know, rewatch, you know, for the rest of my life. I really enjoyed it, and it hit all of the notes of the fan service that I wanted without being overbearing, like you're saying.
Yes, like I wish we had like we had that great moment with Bones. Someone's refusing to come aboard. And then, you know, the reveal of Bones with, you know, full beard. I just wish we had maybe one more of those. I mean, just showing like Spock straight away, like no reveal of Spock. I felt like that was such a wasted opportunity. Just like a good like behind the head ear reveal. I felt like that would have been like perfect. Oh, you know, maybe one or two more reveals like that. In terms of, yeah, I will agree. Not enough fighting, not enough over the top stuff. Just a lot of, you know, talking about this V'ger thing in the reveal. Hilarious that
yeah, you called it.
It's hilarious, yeah. But I do appreciate that, like, the first hour and a half of this movie wasn't just assembling the team. I appreciate it wasn't that. It almost wasted no time there because it needed all those shots of the Enterprise in that bay from every angle. Whoa, you know, look at this, how neat it is. Needed more character development for sure, and I hope they dive into that later on, because TV show, you got 50 minutes, you got to get the story of whatever the villain or the problem is. But I feel like in the movies we have more time to dig deeper in everyone, and they just didn't that much.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I'm really glad that everyone was here. Even Janice, like, everyone made it into the movie. With that being said, no one really got to do anything. Like, Spock has a little bit of an arc, but it's like an arc that's created at the beginning of this movie for the sake of this movie, Like, even Kirk, really, like you're saying, a lack of an arc. He takes back the Enterprise, and there's this setup of, like, maybe we're going to see this older Kirk struggling with losing, his power or being a captain or past his prime. None of that's addressed in this movie. There's really no arc whatsoever for anybody. And then we have these new characters like Decker and, was it Ilana or Ilana?
Ilana, yeah.
Ilana, who have just as much, if not more, screen time than almost all of the Enterprise crew characters. And then they both end up not mattering because they're both missing, as Kirk puts it, but we know what happened to them.
They saved the world.
They saved the world, but it's like, okay, so now moving forward in the next movies, we're not going to be seeing them. So, like, the screen time put into them was I don't want to say useless. I get that it served this movie, and I did really appreciate Ilana, especially once she became that robot. But it's just like no one really got to do anything, which is why I was really impressed by Nichelle Nichols' performance. And just like every second of screen time she got, she added something. Like even when Spock first walks into the bridge and she's like, oh, and stands up, like she was just great at everything. And they were all good. Chekhov, Sulu, and everyone had their little moments. But there just wasn't enough here for me from a character standpoint.
They needed more of them. How about just bringing the Klingons?
Well, and also
designing that whole Klingon ship, all those Klingons, just for that one.
Yeah, and I struggled with that at first when we realized that, like, oh, they're not going to be in the rest of this movie. But now that we've seen the whole movie, I'm like, you know what? It is cool that they were involved. Like, I'm like thinking back to when they were making this movie. Like, I could see them being like, oh, we need something to happen at the beginning for someone to be killed by this thing. Oh, why not make it Klingons? Like it's a cool thing. But it is kind of weird that they would completely overhaul the way they look and their language and everything for that one scene, unless they like already had plans for the future.
Create a new language, even if it was just one word.
Yeah. So that's interesting, but I'm glad they made it in there. I liked it. It was good. Like I said, I think you liked it a little more than me, but I'm just glad that like it's a 2 hour and 16-minute movie. It didn't feel that long. There were a few moments of slow pacing, but most of the time it was filled with very impressive visuals. So I'm glad that I at no point was bored. At no point was I, thinking the story was dragging. It was interesting the whole time. And there was nothing in the movie that I thought was like done poorly or a misstep or anything. There's just stuff that wasn't in it that I wish would be in it, or I'm hoping will be in the future movies. So
yeah. I think people love Wrath of Khan the most. So maybe,
a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that'll give us what we're asking.
I mean, dude, it's fucking Khan. Like, it's gonna be badass. If it's anything like Space Seed, he was awesome in that.
And yeah, I predicted the end of this one. So and we predicted things, and they happened right after that we said.
That was weird. Multiple times. We actually pre-watched the whole movie, guys.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Maybe it's one of those things where you're just so excited to see these people again. Mm-hmm. Or maybe on a second watch I'd feel different, maybe it'd sit a bit slower, but there's some moments in this I'm never going to forget. The reveal of Bones is one of those that's going to sit with me forever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that neither of us caught on either, because they were kind of setting it up with like he doesn't want to go, and then they're like, oh, and then Kirk even said something like, that sounds familiar. Like, I think people who are a little bit more knowledgeable than us probably would catch on to that, but us being us, we were just like, oh, what? And I'm like, oh!
Yeah, because all the other previous characters, they just showed.
Yeah, so it was like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, it's like, oh, look, there's Chekhov's, like, almost like not even in focus, like in the background. You pointed out Chekhov to me, like, oh, there's Chekhov. I'm like, oh, shit, there is Chekhov. And like Kirk's reveal, he was just in a window.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They couldn't even have like a solid door that opens and him walk out. You just see his face.
Yeah, you already see his face. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm glad we made it this far. We finally did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we finally did it. There was a while where it was, getting through season 3, which we enjoyed, but getting through doing all the discussion videos, doing the animated series. It's been, like you said earlier, it's like it had been a long time since I was this genuinely excited. Like I was waiting for this all week, and did not disappoint. And now we have 3 more movies to watch in the coming weeks. So we're going to be watching the first 4 movies and then jumping into Next Generation, which we're also super excited for.
I can't believe we're there too. It's like not too far from that.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So it's going to be awesome, really taking off here. We want you guys to come with us. If it happens to be your first time here, thank you for watching this with us. You can actually watch our reactions to every single episode of Star Trek, the original series and the animated series here on the channel. And you can watch the full uncut reactions to everything on our Patreon. So yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for watching along with us. But that's it. We're done. Take us that away. Goodbye. I love you.
Josh! Oh, shit. Sorry. Shh. It's all right. Listen. Hey, we've been locked up in here for months. We gotta get out of here.
Months? Wait, how did you break out?
Well, when I was locked up over there, I overheard Q&A Josh and Robot Alex talk about watching Star Trek Continues, and I could not let that happen, so I broke out and stopped it.
Oh, thank God. So you destroyed them both?
Well, I destroyed Robot Alex.
But when it came time to face Q&A Josh, it wasn't there. Instead, there was this light, this cold, dark, bright light. And it turned my hair blonde.
And then he was gone.
What?
What? Oh, yeah, sorry. Anyway, he's gone. I don't know where he is.
Alex, I think I know where he is. There's one room in my house that I haven't shown you. Come with me.
Wait, hold on. Should we bring the camera?
Oh, no, we don't have the budget for that.
Oh, all right, come on.
Alex, look. He's right over there.
I know what to do. I got this. Q&A Josh? What are you doing? Your original programming states that you were built to help us. But in these past few months, you've been nothing but cause problems. Locked me and Josh in a basement. Tied us up. Beat us up. What? Doesn't that go against your original programming, which is to help? You're a helper. You were built for the better of humanity, for the better of mankind, for the better of the target audience. But all you're doing is causing problems. So doesn't that cause a stir in your programming? Doesn't that go against of who and what you are? Isn't that error? Error does not compute. Error does not compute.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to... All right, we need a new plan.
You know what? Screw it.
He's too strong.
Alex, I got an idea. He doesn't know this, but when I built him, I put a self-destruct right here on his shoulder. You just have to pinch it.
You mean just like a...
Yep, just like that. That's what we gotta do.
Sure he's dead?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure.
Let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, so we'll do like the beam effect, and then it'll show us like we're right here, like we just beamed in.
Yeah, okay, that should work.
Okay.